Hey guys, what's up? This is David from ConMenRDW here, and I'm at PAX West 2024. I'm over in the tabletop area playing awesome games. My wallet's in danger, just like it is in danger with this game here. I'm at the Power Well booth, a really cool tabletop game that has Match-3 elements. Really crazy. They have like a physical well that you can put marbles in. It's like a 1v1 fighting game type of situation where you're using like meters and you're going against. It's really awesome. I'm here with the CEO of the company behind the game, Myles here. Hello.
Hi.
So Myles, tell us a little bit about how did you guys come up with the idea of using like a Match-3 like 1v1 type of situation on a tabletop game?
So all of us, we are like huge fans of Dice Throne, which of course Dice Throne is Battle Yahtzee, right?
Oh, yeah.
And the thing that we love about Dice Throne is it's got so many like unique like heroes to it, you know, that like they feel like every one of them plays so separate and different from each other, and you don't get that in a lot of tabletop games. And so we wanted to explore that space and try to make a game that feels, you know, Dice Throne adjacent, but, you know, Dice Throne's Battle Yahtzee. We wanted something that's just totally separate from that. So this is like got a lot of kind of Street Fighter elements to it, and Guilty Gear is like a huge, you know, inspiration for us.
FGC is gonna love this one. Yes.
And so you'll see that actually a lot in our hero design is the Guilty Gear aspect of it. We kind of have our Beast Hunter has a crossbow that's on the end of a chain, and it's like they're whipping it around and like then launching out bolts.
Yeah, I did actually a demo session over here at the booth. I was playing as the painter, and then my friend was playing as the Beast Hunter. And every character has their own like very unique elements. Where it's like the painter was taking the marbles off of the dropping well, using them to do certain passive abilities throughout the match, or like the Beast Hunter was using certain things to like place traps on the board, and also like firing arrows and setting up traps and stuff like that. So every character is very unique, has their own elements where it's like someone could basically main a character in this game.
Yes, and we want that. So we intend on launching with 8 champions or 8 heroes, and we want them all to feel special to the individual that discovers it, right? We want you to play something and you'll lock in on that one hero, and it's just like, oh my gosh, like this is me, you know, and so it'll play in a way that you feel comfortable with, right? Some people, when they play, you know, fighting games or, you know, MOBAs, for instance, you know, you have people that want to play carries, right? And like they want to play that glass cannon that's just so powerful, and it's just like boom, 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 try to win as quickly as possible. And that's our Beast Hunter. Our Beast Hunter does a lot of damage, but doesn't have any healing at all. They have a couple of damage mitigation options through like dodging, but you know, that's it. I always play like support classes whenever I'm playing games. And so Painter, you know, that was my designed character. Painter has a lot of healing, a lot of like controlling the field to try to stop their opponent from getting setups. And so I wanted to make sure that everybody has something that feels like very in touch with how they play games and how they play fighting games, you know. And so we're trying to design so you can have a main, but you have a lot of options.
Very cool. And then also the art direction of the game is very beautiful, like the splash art for the Kickstarter campaign, and also everything, like every element of this game is very beautiful. So like who made the art for the game, and also like what's like the inspiration of the art direction for the game?
Right on. So our art is all done by Samantha Land. She is, in my opinion, maybe the best artist on this planet, and she's my sister-in-law.
Okay.
So we're a family brand, and it's myself and 2 of my brothers and my sister-in-law. We're making this game, and like I said, our art direction, we wanted to really be in tune with the color scheme of the game, of the marbles, right? It's a game about drawing out colors, and so we wanted to stick kind of in that like primary color space, because really we love it, it's beautiful, and it's accessible, right? Because with a game like this, you have to be thinking heavily about color blindness, for instance, right? If it's a game based on colors, people need to be able to distinguish the colors, and we want everybody to be able to play the game. And so we tried to go with this very bright CMYK, you know, print profile, which is cyan, magenta, and yellow. And we tried to really show that in our 3 characters that we're here to demo. The Beast Hunter has like very magenta tones to it, right? And the Painter has very yellow tones, and Knight has very cyan tones.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah.
And then of course, our inspiration for, like I said before, is like Guilty Gear. Like we love the kind of the wildness of like having, you know, these characters that are just, you know, they're very out there. It's fantasy, but we wanted it to be like a very unique fantasy. We wanted it to feel like it's very standalone. You know, the painter has a palette that's on their arm. It's almost like a Yu-Gi-Oh, card panel.
Yeah, actually, it does look like a dual disc on his arm.
Exactly,
okay.
right? And then he's got like a giant paintbrush that's like as large as a staff, and it's like he's like pulling the colors onto his palette, which is represented in the game when he's, taking the marbles and laying them on his palette and then splashing them back out.
So with this game, since it seems like you guys, like you said, are very FGC, like you guys play a lot of video games, so why go in the tabletop direction versus like just being like, we're just going to make this whole thing, we're going to animate it, make a video game instead? Right,
yeah, so that's kind of funny. So we all have a background in software development and in video game development. We all work in that space. And it kind of just felt like we'd been doing that for a long time, and we wanted something. You kind of want to get away from your screen a little bit,
fair. Yeah.
Right? And like I said, we love Dice Throne. We love board games, and so it was like I was talking to my brother, and we were saying like we should just do this. We should just make a board game, and I love the iteration speed of it, right? Because in software development, if you want to change a move on an attack completely, there's a lot of systems at play, right? But for iterating on a board game, you can just go print something out on your computer and then cut it out and say, okay, now that's the new move, And so we are able to iterate really rapidly. We really only got spun up on this project in November of 2023.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and so we were at PAX East in March of 2024 it was a similar presentation, a little different. We've refined it since then. But we are working very rapidly on this, and we want to have this brought to market, in under 2 years.
That's awesome.
From starting.
Really glad I caught you guys here at PAX West for sure. If I saw you guys at East, I definitely would have been on board then, but I'm glad I caught you now.
Likewise.
And also, like you said, you guys are still in early development here. This is just like an early build of the game. If people want to support you guys, is there any way that they can follow you guys? He's also going to be on Kickstarter later on.
Yes, absolutely. So our Kickstarter is already live in the pre-launch page. So we would love for everybody to go to that and click on that notify me button. Because that boosts our visibility, and we want you, involved with our community. We have a Discord server. It's discord.gg/powerwellgame.
Okay.
Our website is powerwellgame.com, which also links to all of these things. But if you join our Discord, that's where we really communicate with the community, right? Like we run polls. We said, hey, which character do y'all want to learn about next, Bard or Ronin? And Ronin won out by just a couple of votes. And then we show a lot of our early art for these things. Like we're trying to just keep everybody really engaged there and try to build a whole community around this game. And we want to involve everyone. We want everyone to feel like they have a part of this, so they can also feel like they're in tune with these characters and they're theirs.
Awesome. And then last thing here, as you guys said, again, FGC, really passionate about the competitive nature of the game. You guys have a lot of characters that are still in the works and things like that. Optimally, right? Talking 5-year plan here. What's the competitive scene for Powerwell looking like? Oh, you're talking tournaments and local shops and things like that.
Yes. We want to have not to keep on bringing it back to Dice Throne, but Dice Throne has a very robust tournament scene and a leaderboard system, and we want to do all of the same things in our in-universe lore. Right, the Powerwell, it emerges every so often, and combatants can sense that, and they come and they battle for control of the Powerwell, because whoever can control the Powerwell can make a wish, wishing coins in a well, right?
Yeah.
And so we have big plans around building out an entire lore, and maybe even branching this into webcomics and stuff like that. That involves the results of tournaments into that story.
I'd read a Powerwell webtoon. Yes, sir. Yes. Okay.
So yeah, we want to have a very robust tournament system with leaderboards, and we want people to compete for the Powerwell.
Okay. Well, sounds like you guys have a lot ahead of you for sure. Really bright future for Powerwell, definitely. If you were watching this video and this sounds cool to you, definitely hit them up on their websites, hit them up on Discord, join the community, support the game, keep tabs on it for sure. I know I am, definitely. And you guys are doing a great thing here. For sure.
Thank you so much.
And then what's the next event you guys are going to be at in case anyone wants to maybe get hands on the game or anything?
So we will likely next show up at PAX East. So we intend on doing a lot of virtual engagement in between, because I know that that's several months out.
Okay, definitely hope to see you guys over there. But also people can also play the game in an at-home format kind of, right? With the,
yes, that's right. So we do have a demo version of the game that in this interim gap, we probably will release it as a print and play as well, so people can just make it at home. The demo version, it uses a digital version of this well that I've programmed for on our website.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's really cool, guys. Real cool.
And so it's the Knight versus Beast Hunter. It's the complete game. It's everything you need to play Knight versus Beast Hunter. And we hope that that gets people, hooked on it, and then they can show their friends and get their friends hooked on it, and then just desire to see the rest of the heroes, and the rest of the cast.
Very cool. All right. Well, that is us here at the Powerwell booth at PAX West 2024 in the tabletop area. Definitely, like I said, guys, keep tabs on this one. This is going to be a big one. I feel it. It's going to be good. Thank you so much for your time, Myles.
Thank
Appreciate
you
it.
very much. Yep.
All right. You guys have a good one, all right? I'll see you on the next video. Bye.